So, hey there, gaming people. Unfortunately, I'm still not doing the videos that I wanted to do, but I guess I have to do this because if I don't, probably I'll never get there to do those actual videos anyway. Too bad I'm a little bit more on the chubby side, but I'm gonna take care of myself slowly, possibly. Anyway, I just have a few stacks of PC games here for you, and some console games, right? Original console games, like as you can see, they're all in their own boxes. Yeah. So what do I? And even PS Vita, if you know about that, you know, I actually have one of those. Very few numbers sold, but hey, I thought it could have been something. But the fact that they didn't do too many European American titles, they only did it for themselves. And they didn't let any cracked homebrew Play Store that you can install stuff on it from Android or something still. Anyway, maybe in time, I don't know. It's a damn shame. It's a very cool console, PS Vita. The PS Vita, it's respectable. It's a wonderful thing what they have done with so little. Wonderful. Anyway, what I wanted to make a video about tonight, I got many tabs open. I got many tabs open. You shouldn't look at them, all of them. Some of them don't matter. They're not effective. I mean, they're not international, but this one is. So, why am I making this video right now? Besides the fact that I have to do it probably like this, right? Anyway, like this. Anyway, I'm gonna do it as I can. This is just a little pile of what I have. I have, like, I think probably other 3 or 5 piles like this, at least. Yeah. So, there's a big problem, and it's been going on since 2019. Now, in 2019, I was going to the store and trying to buy, you know, from the local electronics store that has laptops and computers and then TVs and LCDs and all that, buying some games. That happened in 2019. I went, I think, 3 times or something. Yeah, something like that. And I bought some games, you know. And I bought my PC games because I have a PC. I'm a PC consumer. I'm not gonna change. I mean, you know, I have my own stuff, you know. And I was looking for good deals. Of course, I'm not gonna pay like $50 or $70 for a game. No, that's not gonna happen. I was looking for 10 or 20, $15 games, you know. And it was exactly the perfect time to look. And I actually bought some. Anyway, some old ones, some new ones, doesn't matter. I didn't even open them, by the way, by now. You have to have space to put your games on. So, and other stuff. Anyway, in a GPU, right? A better GPU than the last one. I had a very old one. Anyway, doesn't matter. My problems. I fixed most of them. Anyway, yeah. And I was seeing something in my eyes. I was seeing a pile of Xboxes. You know, the Xbox One. In fact, the Xbox One, the classic one, not that the X one, the classic one. Where is it? Here, boy. Here, boy. Here. Where are you? So. And I'm not saying this. I mean, it was bad or something. No. So I gone and looked. What was the stuff going on? You know, let me put this like something like this. I don't know what to say. I have to put them to be visible and. Shit. just like this, I suppose. Yeah, something like this. Nice fat skyscraper, right? How many skyscraper has been sold? No idea, but it sure does look like one, right? Yeah, one level. It's practically how much people should you use for a title? A floor of a skyscraper, just one floor. Not the whole skyscraper, not all of your facilities, just one floor with 100 people. Probably are enough people if they know what the fuck they're doing and they have technology, because we're not in the Stone Age anymore. This is not the Xbox Zero Classic, or making computers from Pentium 3 to gaming computers like we were back in the day. I mean, we are in highly developed, technologized world. We have today that GPUs that you can find with 24 gigs of DDR5. I mean, it is preposterous. 32 chips, core, 16 core chips, CPUs. I mean, anyway, you know, you're not. That's not gonna come back anymore. The Pentium 3 era. It's just not. Anyway, so you shouldn't even produce or think about games like that anymore. Anyway, so like in that particular situation. So anyway, I was at the store, you know, and I was trying to find a game to buy, and there was a pile. 2019 December, November, something like that. There was a pile of Xboxes and PlayStation 4s, Xbox Ones and PlayStation 4. You know, and I was asking, I mean, what the fuck is going on, man? I mean, the PS4 is pretty okay. The PlayStation should be okay, right? The Xbox should be okay, right? They say it's all good. I mean, I was looking at the situation from I don't know about the shit. I didn't have a console back then, you know. I didn't buy any console games. I was actually buying computer games, you know. I'd never thought it, you know, being in the computer world since I was like, I played on the computer since 1997 probably, and then I did have my own console at home. That was the first thing that I had, a Nintendo 64 back in the day. Didn't kept it more than 2 years. Then I had the whatever, different story. My Nintendo 64 story, pretty fucking sad one. I'm gonna tell it another day. Anyway, it was a very good console. Nintendo, amazing little thing, and it didn't have even 300 megahertz, but it was it was very comparable with what they had at the internet cafes. Anyway, so I also had a console in my life, thankfully, to myself and my obsession of actually having something than nothing versus other people who had only the clones. I had the clone also, but you know, if you wanna be something, you know, you gotta have at least one original console or something original. It doesn't come differently. You gotta have some original stuff. That's the way it is. That's the way it's supposed to be. It always will be. And everything else is fake, and it doesn't exist in a real a value that you can coin, or I don't know what to say, record stuff. Anyway, I was asking the guy at the store. It was this store in my biggest and oldest mall in the Bucharest. It was in Bucharest Mall, the 3rd level, Media Galaxy. This was the store. You might not understand what's going on here because it's in Romanian and you have prices in Romanian lei, which this means 300 euros. Calculate that, you know, just the saying. And yeah, I was very simple stuff to calculate. I was asking the guy, what's going on with these consoles? Why aren't they selling? What the fuck is going on? These people with the consoles were supposed to be hardcore than us. I mean, what's going on? And the guy said, well, man, you know, there's a problem. What fucking problem, man? You got everything to work for. You buy your game. If you are bored, you sell your console. You sell your games. You pay half the price for a new one. What the fuck is wrong with your, you know? And the guy said to me, well, you know, there's a problem now. What problem? Very, very, very big, motherfucking bad problem that before it never existed. I mean, it never existed at all. And not only it never existed, everybody hated the idea. But you have to do something to get online. But to lose, you know, everything because of online crap, that's not cool. Anyway, so he said to me, well, if you buy yourself an Xbox, your games on the Xbox, you can play them only on 3 other Xboxes, and that's it. That's what he said. It was probably worse than that. Anyway, you couldn't play them at all. You could play them only one Xbox. You recorded them. They were recorded. They are signed out to your account, and that's it. And my face just dropped. I mean, what? Are you fucking kidding me? This was at the end. I did not know about this. I mean, I was having my own. Who knew about this? I heard about it, but I thought, no, they took that out. I mean, they couldn't have done something so fucking globally galactic stupid. But they didn't. So they did that. The same stuff was going on the PS4 also. They have a limit. They had the limit on how many games that you can play on the one console, and, you know, take the game, go to a friend who also has the PS4 and play it there. There was a limit. From what I heard, they took out that limit, but it's still going on. Anyway, after that particular very dangerous conversation that I had with the person about this horrible stuff that's been going on, that was in 2019. I didn't forget it, you know. I mean, I didn't forget about that. That was horrifying. I said, what the fuck, you know? 2003, 23 and 24 now. We don't have any more games in any store. That's it. Everything is gone. No more console games, no more PC games, no more games at all. Nobody has anything anymore. It's all shit on a stick. It's horrible. And they want to push the online crap. Which, from what I heard, also has a deadline. If you are not connected and subscribed by 2028, you're gonna die with the whole internet, probably. I don't know. Yeah, so they're gonna try to do that. Very nasty, very fucked up shit. Hope never happens on the supposed Microsoft leak. Hope they change their whole perspective on things, because I don't give a rat's ass about who the fuck you are, Microsoft, Nintendo, PlayStation. If you fuck up the what is left, because it's not again, it's not like it used to be, you know. If you fuck up what is left of the world, of the gaming world, you're gonna get wrecked. I mean, you're gonna get wrecked forever. You ain't gonna come back, no matter who the fuck you are. Anyway, so yeah. And after that, I just been looking at the stats of what's been going on. I mean, besides the price that it was like $500 back in 2013 for this, and this was cheaper and faster. Huh. Of course people bought this. This, by the way, this still has games. You can still play games on it. Well, until it's gonna get killed by Sony or somebody. And you can still sell it with your games, you know, and buy something else if you want to. So this I think possibly they remade it. They repaired the problem. But on Xbox One, it was like it never existed. I mean, to get beaten by the Nintendo Switch after 5 years. After 5 years to get beaten instantaneously by a cheaper Nintendo 64, a Nintendo Switch, portable Nintendo Switch console is, and they even beat the number of the PS4s, by the way, because they never said shit like that. They said other stupid shit like you should pay for your saves. How can you ever say that? It's my save. I made it. It's mine. My personal private property. It's not yours. I just made it with your paper, but that's not yours. What I written down is mine. Anyway, yeah, there's big problems with this, and it's not gonna go too well. I mean, from a possible gaming institution that once was in the good old days. Look, these are the good old days. Look at how many millions of people were happily playing on whatever they got. I mean, to end up like that, man, it's bad. And it all started with online all the time, and you cannot sell second-hand console or original copy of a game, you cannot do anything. They're just making new e-waste until the end of time with no hope of fixing stuff, and all is going to shit. That's why I wanted to make this video, because it is so bad. I mean, so fucking bad. In the PC world, you buy it if you like it. If you don't like it, if it's 10 years old, you find a way to get it or whatever. You know, they're there in the PC world. All the good stuff is still there. But in the console, if it doesn't have a good emulator so you can emulate on something, it all goes to waste. Millions, trillions of quadruple of dollars or whatever the fuck they are, they all go to fucking shitheads. The shit. And this just makes it the shit by their own means. You know? It's a damn shame. But yeah, it happened. So instead of having what is this, 100, 250 and another something, almost couple of maybe 600, 500 million people, right? You got 50. From 500 million, you got 50. You fucked up. You know? You fucked up. And now you're gonna fuck up more. I mean, no matter how hard the fucking console is, if it's just e-waste, a piece of shit that works only online, why don't I just put my internet cable up my ass and roll over my head and, you know, spring a little mucus on me and say I mean, I could have done that. Probably everybody could have done that since the 90s. Why? What's the meaning? There is no meaning. There is no nothing. It's just bullshit. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to remind people of the horrors and the problems without having to buy physical media. I mean, yeah, digital is digital. Of course, you can buy it. From my opinion, it's very okay to buy digital on Steam, on EA Store, on Epic Store. But on anything else, I doubt it, because they have 100% control and you have no respect, no nothing. Even on Epic, Epic.com. Yeah, Epic. Did I say Epic? Yeah, I said Epic. Ubisoft. Yeah. But from my personal opinion, you should never, ever buy it with more than 30% than the original good glory times that once was, and they fucked up. Which were $35 was a game. Standard price in the PS3 and Xbox era was $35. Now that was a brand new standard full price for a game. Good or bad, that depends on the game. But you know, that was the price. So 10% out of that, it's about $10. If you pay $10 for something digital, right, on one of these prime good target sites, if they got good offers, of course. That is on Steam, on Epic, on EA or Ubi or whatever. I mean, that could be something that, you know, it's $10. It's what is it? It's the price of a pack of cigarettes and an ice cream. You know, it's not that much. If tomorrow the company will go away and it will decide to die, and it will take everybody's account with it. You know, I mean, that's, you know. And if you're smart enough, you can find a way to make your own backup of that particular game that you paid, you know, because you're on a PC, you have to. And to bring it back, recording myself, putting myself at the time of recording, to make a backup of your supposed game because you pay for it, because it's practically necessary, and you are on the PC, so you should practically have the capabilities of doing that. Very important. Or for the people who actually, you know, for the platform that you buy your video games, like the supposed EA games, right, and the supposed Ubisoft or Epic Store or Steam, you should also have a backup situation style in case of something very bad will happen to the company. At least you have to have, like, they have to absolutely promise to contact you in 24 months before they actually 24 or 12 months before they actually close the system and the account, so you can get your backup games that you can play on your PC for all time, because you paid for them. So they should do some kind of backup themselves, so you wouldn't have to, from my opinion. That would be something like a feature, an option that should be, thumbs up. That should be a good thing. And why am I intervening in my own video? Well, I'm intervening right now in my own video because I have to. As you can see, I haven't finished editing yet, so I'm intervening in exactly this topic, because this is the exact very bad situation we live in today. Because if something will happen, and probably will definitely happen, just like all the bad things since the red ring of death and the red lead of death on the PS3, on the PS4, on the PS3, the red lead of death, and on the Xbox 360, the bad ring of death, and on the PC, I guess you got multiple unfortunately security problems, which are viruses, boot attack, the company sabotaging all the users at the same time, because they can. They are big companies with infinite amounts of money, so they can pay a weasel to do something that will affect millions of computers around the world, because they can do that. Who's gonna stop them? If the law and the state will not stop them, nobody has any control over that. Or one weasel can do maximum damage by himself, not being paid by any company, not doing it like a suicide bomber, something. I'm sorry to say, but yeah, on the computer there are many ways to get infected with something that destroys, like the GTX 480 problems with the heating problems, right? I'm gonna make a video exactly on that topic. The next video will be on that. While you're playing hardcore video games on ultra settings for your fan controller to go down to 20%, what do you think is gonna happen? You're gonna burn your GPU, or you're gonna burn your motherboard, or you're gonna burn your PC, your CPU, your RAM, your motherboard. Anyway, if it gets too hot, something's gonna cook on it, and you will cease to have your computer. And if you do not know how to data save your stuff, probably most of the people don't, because that's why there is a service for that, saving your data on a PC repair shop. If you cannot do that, you will lose everything. You will lose your Windows, you will lose your saves, you will lose your games, who knows how much you will lose. And to start all over and all over and all over, something that's fallen. Anyway, it's not cool. It's never been cool. So I was expecting to stop restarting and reinstalling crap since like 2006 or whatever, and it hasn't. So the last time my best operating system for the longest time was Windows 7, which I think I survived with it for 6 years without reinstalling it, just reinstalling the image, which is the best option that we can ever have. And yeah, so back to the point. The point is, if the companies don't make a system of backup in case of total company collapse, that you should do it yourself on a disk or on a something, or on your personal cloud or whatever, and don't spend more than $10 or maybe $20 on a digital thing, because digital can go away tomorrow, just like that. Don't ask me why. This is just what happens in the computer business since it started in the 90s, when normal people can touch the computers. Shit happens by accident, by intention, by evil people, by the Russians, by I don't know how many options you can put in that. The only people who actually can say are the security companies, the internet security companies. They can say stuff how in percentages, how chances of shit happening live. Those are the only. That's why I pay for the moment. I have Bitdefender installed and paid license, so just to be to be safe, you know. I have a safe licensed computer, as you can see. So just to be safe, and if everything goes fine next year, I'm gonna pay a new license, the year license of like something like what is it? Maybe from $15 to $35. That's a reasonable amount for 5 computers to have license for 5 computers. That's, for me, it's okay. But this is just antivirus, okay? This is not the whole internet computer suite. Anyway, so you should try to have some kind of protection. If not, use some kind of offline. The best one is offline mode. Offline mode means disk, hard drive, USB, anything that you can put that on and save your stuff. Because if something will happen, and probably something will definitely happen, unfortunately, it always happens, something fucked up, you should save your stuff so you will not lose it. Very simple. And unfortunately, I had to do this video with OBS, because unfortunately, again, for the third or fourth time, the nvidia doesn't record my webcam. I do not know why. So if this will still go on, I'm gonna restart. I cannot restart now because I'm in the middle of editing, so I cannot restart my computer. But if this shit goes on and nvidia just shut down my webcam because it doesn't want to hear the truth and the honest truth, so help us God, they're gonna have problems. Like, I'm not gonna use nvidia for any kind of recording because it doesn't work, you know. So I will have to change my GPU back to AMD again, because I cannot use the recording, because it doesn't see. I mean, some other operating software sees the goddamn webcam, and the goddamn nvidia driver doesn't want to see it. I mean, that is just assholism in the purest form. But anyway, I'm gonna restart the computer, see what happens. But I'm gonna insert this video in the original video, and I had to do it with OBS, just saying. Yeah, and now I'm gonna continue the video. And yeah, since they want to go this path, they want to go with the PlayStation Plus for everybody. It's obligated now. If you want to play online, if you want to use a part of your own purchase that you bought, your own game, you have to pay $10 per month. That is not okay. Okay? That is not okay. It should be free. That's why it's an option versus what you got in the rest of the game. I know it consumes electricity. I know it consumes space. I know it consumes processing power, which is also electricity on some server somewhere in the world that's owned and rented by Sony. But that is not fair. You might get 2 games, 3 games a week for playing this, but actually, you know, I mean, besides the fact that you have to convince another person to play with you, the multiplayer, that might be a friend of yours. I mean, you're making this so complicated by making the subscription obligatory for everybody. That is not okay. Okay? That is not okay. Okay? Simple. And the fact that I mean, one of the most coolest things in consoles since I was a child, since every time, they can, you know, like, they can sell their stuff. Okay, you bought your console, you bought it, you used it for 5 years, right? You spend on it, I don't know, maybe $1,000 on all the games in 5 years. It adds a lot. But you can sell it, right? For a couple of $100, you can do it. And then you put that money to whatever you need. Maybe you need a new television or a new car. You can put it as whatever, an advanced for your television or your car or whatever. I mean, you can do something with it. You know, it has value over time, and somebody can collect it and also have more satisfaction of that time, not creating obligated e-waste, millions of tons of e-waste, or this crap that's subscribed online. What the fuck is a Game Pass? I don't want a fucking Game Pass. I don't want to pay shit per month. I already pay electricity. I already pay internet. I already pay mobile internet. Fuck you, man. I don't want to pay all the crap that's It's, if you want to give something for free, you give it for free because you like it, because you want to support the person. You don't make the person pay $10 a week, a month, $10 a month, or who knows what is this. This is also about $10 a month. Fuck you, man. Okay, this doesn't work. Okay, I just wanted to make it so fucking clear, crystal clear, as for everybody to understand it. It might not go as they intended. It might go very, very bad, and it's not our fault. Okay, we didn't do nothing. Like I was saying, I was just asking the fucking guy in the store, you know, how is it going? How is life going over here? And he said it was terrible, and I could see that because they had a pyramid. It was 2 meters high. 2019 pyramids, 2 meters high of consoles unsold. Pyramids. Fucking pyramids of unsold. Because in primary, because your shit that you buy for it is not your shit anymore, which is a scam. It's not good. It's a shame. They're pissing on your fucking life and on your rights that you used to have until then. I mean, what the fuck are you doing here? You gave the right away. After 20 years, you take the right from the people. You cannot do that. It doesn't work like that. You know, from my opinion, as a gamer, as a PC consumer and gamer, I was like, maybe I'm gonna buy myself one. You know, in time I'm gonna buy. They're gonna be there. You're gonna buy them. You know, there were stores everywhere. You can buy second hand. You can buy brand new. I mean, it was okay. You know, and then they fuck it up and they get beaten by the fucking Nintendo Switch. Unfucking believable. And that is a mobile thing. I mean, it's like it's a quarter of a PS4. That is a quarter of a PS4 beating down the hardest core consoles on the planet. So the biggest consoles getting beaten by a fucking Nintendo. And on the PC, well, all I can say, this is a real game. This is not. I cannot comment about that. This is multiplayer Counter-Strike. This is a real game. This is a real game. Yeah. This I cannot come. This is a real game. This is only multiplayer from what I know, so it's not a real game. This is fun. I actually played this. This is cool, but unfortunately it doesn't have a single player on it. But when it will have a single player, they will definitely have a lot of stories to tell. That's for sure. One day they have a working engine that works totally awesome. It's the newest, coolest thing in semi-realistic kind of war games quality. This I cannot comment, but it's only multiplayer now, so that's sucky. But maybe one day, who knows? Warframe, I do not know. Cyberpunk, real game, looks very cool, even though it consumes too much electricity right now. This football stuff, the new one, I don't know. Maybe it's good, and so on. So this is the top chart of the online functioning ones, and look at these people here. 1 million people playing Counter-Strike. Maybe some of them are bots, but anyway. Another 500 playing whatever this Dota thing is. Tower defense, crappy poo poo. Okay, this is Baldur's Gate, which evolved into something very interesting, I have to say. This is something from Steam, probably. Yeah. Sources DK Kakak Poo Poo. Battlegrounds, this is an online multiplayer. This I do not know, so I won't talk about it. But if you check out, there are a couple of million people just here in this, you know, connected to the internet playing games right now, and most of them are on the PC. Just to make it count. I mean, you know, I'm sure that you all definitely can understand what I'm saying to you. And and who actually knows what I'm saying, they can definitely check all the details about all of this stuff going on. But it is depressing. It is very depressing to see this go down like this, to kill it like this. And yeah, you know, GameStop also do not forget about red light of death on the PS3. It's gonna happen one day. It could be made to happen, it could be not made to happen, it depends. Remember the yellow the ring of death on the Xbox, also that happened. So they all are gonna die anyway, you know. That's why I was expecting for them to make some kind of emulation available on the PC, because that's where they're gonna end up. But since the stores don't exist anymore, yeah, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck so much. These are recorded, what, a million, 2000 million. Hardware sold, probably. I don't know what to say. That's an optimistic thing. And this is the end. I have to say, it's Mr. Ashton Evans here, and with the famous Xbox Microsoft leak, this told where the end is. So all humanity will end here, in cloud, hybrid games, whatever crapshoot, console. So you practically won't have a console. These are the last consoles, because you won't have any other console, because that will be a cloud hybrid crapshoot thing, only online. So, you know, like they didn't shoot themselves in the head, you know, or in the foot. No, they brought some C4 and blew themselves up to smithereens. I mean, it's depressing, yeah. And I'm just 38. I mean, how the fuck would you do that? Only if people are so, you know, endless minded, like scrolling people on the internet. Oh god. Yeah. Like I said, these are not baseball cards. These are actual things. People actually work to create this shit. This is not a picture, okay, or I don't know, some kind of copy. This is more detailed and important than some crapshoot anyway, like that. And to see it end up in that kind of, I mean, so the final end, it's 5 years from now, right? 4 years from now, another year just passed, 2024, January the 7th. So in 4 years, the world will end. Bye-bye. It will go away. Everything will go away. It will be only online, who has internet and who doesn't, who wants to pay subscription and who doesn't. That also goes back to here, you know, and here. Who wants to play, they have to pay subscription. If you don't pay subscription, you die. I mean, oh, sorry, this is something else. Yeah. So this guy tried to fix it. You can probably fix the yellow, the red blinking red death, but you cannot.
Preview today. So orange light, 3 beeps, and a flashing red light is what we're.
Satan. They all go away, man. They all die. This guy has a way of fixing it, but it's a temporary fix, a reflow of the GPUs on the thing. The same goes for the Xbox. It's a temporary thing. It's not a real thing. It will not be, you know, whatever. So yeah, going back to the subject of the games and the PC industry and the console industry. On the PC industry, well, there was no particular, I mean, either you get it when you get it. There was some problems over here also with some kind of simple red crap of death, you know, that happened in the couple of years ago, but nobody seems to want to talk about it. With the GPU running hot because you are running a game, and then all of a sudden your coolers go fucking 20%, you know, and then oh my god, your fucking GPU burned to death. It's your fault. It's not, you know, the bad hand of the claw that turned the fucking, you know, fans down while you were hard gaming on ultra details and it broke the GPU. Anyway, because they can do that. If they infect you with malware, they can definitely fuck up your controls of the, you know, GPU vent. So that's the same. I mean, you know, they can do that. They can do that. They can fuck up the fucking world, unfortunately. If you remember this one, slow down on the iPhones, okay? It's the same for anything that's connected to the internet. If anything is connected to the internet, they can, if they chomp away at the thing, they can chomp away and they can make it go fucking bad. And that's gonna be the next video that I'm gonna do with proof about slowing down your computer and then selling it with with frame generation. Yeah, after 5 years you thought I forgot. You thought I forgot. I didn't forget. No matter what the fuck you call it, it's fake. And I have the proof to show it to you. I'm gonna show it in my next video about slowing down your fucking computers and then reselling you crap shoot that's brand new that gives your fucking performance back that you used to have but you don't have anymore because they fucked it up. Anyway, it's practically the same stuff as this. If somebody who has the capabilities of searching for what am I saying, they're definitely gonna see what the fuck am I talking about, and it's gonna be hardcore for all the companies that hide it, that compile it. Okay, so this is the starting point. $500 million per each, by the way. So yeah, very very sad to hear about this. I got the guy here. Where is the guy?
Real good. No.
Who wants to say he moved from console to PC because he didn't exactly what I said, but only more high detail. And he also has some knowledge that probably he's too young to know, but back in the day we didn't need servers for playing video games. We could have you had a button, you know, in the game that said create server, and you could create the server on your own PC. You just use the internet that you already pay for the connection with the other guys, you know, and they can connect to your server or you can connect to their server, and you didn't need other special design servers on a special design situation that you specially designed, pay $10 or $50 or $100 a week to use. But that happened in the Quick 3 era in Unreal Tournament 1 and other games that connected to the internet. That's all you needed to play your fucking game. You bought the game and you had multiplayer, single player, skirmish, whatever, everything. This you did know about that, but that's how it was in Ultimate Freedom. Now I seen they're taking those freedoms away, and yeah,
an Xbox tied to you permanently.
He said it also the same way. Look at this. What is the big problem that fucked up the world?
The biggest issue was around Xbox's very aggressive DRM strategy.
Again, Mr. Evans.
So the first thing was, all games, even the physical ones, were tied to your Xbox Live account. Now, that on the surface might not seem like a bad thing. Obviously, all of our digital games do that today. However, the problem was that even the physical DVD that you would have gone out and bought, or physical Blu-ray, that would have been tied to you permanently. So that meant a couple of things. There were some upsides. So for example, you could share with up to 10 of your family members, and you could actually share an Xbox game with one of your Xbox Live friends.
One game for 30 days. Seriously? What the fuck were they thinking? And they were not thinking at all. They were just playing. Yeah, they were playing with suicide.
Every online policy was the charge time Don Mac.
And that's why the Xbox and the PlayStation, if they don't change their ways very fast, I mean, so fast you gotta put back the stores, put back the games, and if you can put our PC games also into those stores, wouldn't hurt. and put everything back the way it was. If you don't do that very, very, very fucking fast, like in less than 6 months a year, your industry will cease to exist. It will go away. And it's a damn shame, because there was a lot of art built there, you know. It's a damn shame. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope they do the right thing, not the stupid, idiotic thing. And I really hope people like that asshole, one of the assholes, I don't know, there were many of them. This guy was the guy who promoted, and this guy got fired, I think, the second day or something like that, after he said what he said. And this crap, no offense, but this is not an option. Okay? You gotta go back to this. You gotta go back to this. If you don't go back to this will not exist at all. Just saying. What is the other one? Ah, by the way, in this this will never happen again, because there aren't any stores to do that. This happened when they finally sold the last PS4s in Poland. Look at that. United Kingdom, it wasn't that hesitation. They waited. Germany, they didn't wait it as much. All of these now don't exist anymore. You go into the store and there's nothing there. Well, at least in my country there's nothing. Maybe there might be something, but I doubt it. All of it is gone. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So this shit will never ever happen again. And you gotta understand that that's not good for you. This was in Brazil, Black Friday International or whatever, 5 years ago. All of this will never happen again. Now this is actually just Black Friday. I mean, just yeah. No, this might happen. This might happen. This might happen. The other one with the Xboxes and the PlayStation, I don't know. Black Friday might exist. This already doesn't exist. It's gone. Everything is gone, and the people are gone, and the jobs are gone, and the hopes and dreams are gone. And yeah, that's old. This guy said it like he should.
Patrick was very swiftly fired. Like,
exactly. But there was another Don like this guy who said it before this guy. Who said it at a E3 something way before, in February or something. And yeah,
within a couple of weeks of this first E3 presentation, the game charged you, sell it again. You buy it, you sell it. It's just super simple. But back in the Xbox One, when they first announced.
So let's look at this guy again.
Kind of made some way. It had to be in family members, and you could actually share an Xbox game with one of your Xbox Live friends. Now you had to do that only once, so you couldn't just be constantly swapping back and forth, and it had to be in their possession for at least 30.
Instead of infinite, only once.
Days, but that was theoretically a cool feature. The problem, though.
Theoretically, it was a disgrace. It was an insult. It was the apocalypse.
Was that you had to be online every 24 hours. So the thing is, this was where a lot of people got very upset, because before the Xbox One had actually been announced, Microsoft had kind of made some waves and like, oh no, it won't be always online, and then they immediately were like, oh yeah, it's always online. By far the biggest issue though was no trade-ins. Kind of? Okay, so the rule was publishers, the individual game publishers, could actually choose what they wanted to allow you to do with the physical games that you bought.
That is impossible. That is impossible to do. Physically impossible to do. If I buy a DVD or a CD with music, I bought DVDs with and Blu-rays with movies. That is mine. It is my property. You have no more rights on it except bragging rights that I have it, and my bragging rights that I have it. Anyway, and this stupid thing that they think they created out of assholism, whatever, that's not normal, you know. And yeah, you cannot resell your game after you bought it. I mean, you make me pay for it. I buy it, I use it, I finish it, whatever. And then you're not allowed to sell it. It's mine. I bought it. If I buy it, it's mine. You know, if I buy it, it's mine. It's not yours anymore. Yes, it's not mine to take the assets out of the disk and make something with them because they're not mine. But that disk, that copy, original copy, it's mine, or it's yours, or who buy it from the store. And if you want to sell your console and your titles with it, you know, you gotta sell the account now also, which might work, might not work. You might not want to sell the account because you got your saves and all that. I mean, it makes it all fucked up. Doesn't work. That's not normal. I don't know who has the right to. Nobody has it. You know, if you buy a book, it's yours. You can sell the book. You ain't gonna sell it for full price probably, but you know, that's how stuff has been made for thousands of years. Who are you to say that's not gonna happen anymore? You know, that's not okay. Anyway, yeah, one very big problem, because especially in the console business, from what I know, I'm an outsider. I haven't have a console for a long time. I have now a PS3, of course, for a couple of years. I don't play on it too much, but I still have it. I have some games, as you can see right here, and other ones. I cannot take them all out because they're too much of them. Another 3 packs of this for 4. So and they are mine. I can resell them. You still can get at least a quarter of the value that you bought it from. You get something versus nothing, you know, and you might even have the chance of thinking about buying a new console, a brand new one. With that quarter of money that you made from selling your old one, you might buy another one, you know. But that doesn't go. I mean, the movies and the music, you might want to replay it on the other one, the new one, and so on and so on. So they have a very big problem with this. You cannot take a right that everybody had and all of a sudden, you know, take it away. It doesn't work.
So obviously right now the ultimate policy was that you buy it, you sell it, it's just super simple. But back in the Xbox One, when they first announced it, essentially if a publisher wanted to, they could say, oh, you know what? That physical copy, you can never sell it again. It can never be reactivated by anyone ever.
That doesn't work, especially in the console world.
Or alternatively, they could have charged you 10, 20 bucks, whatever they wanted, to reactivate that code for the game. This, I don't need to tell you, went over just about as well as you might expected. Ultimately, this meant that the head of Xbox at the time, Don Matrick, was very swiftly fired, like within a couple of weeks of this first E3 presentation.
They didn't find, there was other guys who said it before him. They should also be fired anyway. They just paid the guy to say it, and he said it, and he got fired afterwards.
And with that,
it's called you got made.
The Xbox One, while it was now on a much better path, they pretty much walked back all of this to the policies that we know today. But the Xbox One was starting out from an absolutely horrendous position. More expensive, not as powerful, the entire internet hating them. I mean, all of the goodwill that they had built up throughout the Xbox 360 generation,
which was there, we know,
was gone in the matter of a couple of weeks.
Local time on Tuesday the 4th of August. An explosion.
That's a definition of what happens when 20 years of trust goes boom. Just like that. That's a representation of what happened. Yeah, and that's why the Xbox totally failed. I mean, totally failed at the moment of just 50 million units sold. That's preposterous. And the PS4, they changed that in the last in their last days of 2019. I heard what I heard is they changed the policy that you can play your games to another friend who has also PS4. But now they have invented this, the online subscription. If you want to play it online, you gotta play it. If you have a subscription. If you don't, it says here, as you can see, PS4 and PS5, so it's available for both of them. You can play your single player, but you can never play online unless you pay the subscription, similar to Game Pass, but more expensive a little bit. Yeah. So this made the whole thing go bye-bye. And then, well, 2020, pandemonium started. With the stuff that I'm not supposed to talk about, of course, because we're not supposed to talk about it, because they might destroy our, they might block our video, so I'm not gonna talk about what happened in 2020. I think everybody knows. But before that, 2019, like I said, pyramid of stock unsold of PS1s and PS4s, and it's a damn shame because of that particular situation. And it's not good. You might still have PS4 games running around. Xbox One, I doubt it. PlayStation 5 games don't exist at all physical. Everybody's promoting the online crap. Online is okay for multiplayer, but for more than that, if it needs online all the time, it might get hacked, it might get destroyed, the company might go away, the part of the company that provides you the games might go away, you know. And yeah, it will suck very bad. So maybe I had more to say about all of this. I kind of said enough by now. Maybe it's an hour, I don't know. Yeah, this cannot continue from my opinion, and if it does, if it really does go like they need it, where is it, this way, I guess the end of the normal human world will end in 2028. 4 years until the end of time. And then if you don't have a subscription, you cannot play not even your own games that you paid for or whatever, and it all goes to shit. Hope they change this projection of what they want to do in their lives. I don't know if there is a logical explanation for all of this. It's not, I'm sure. And yeah, it might be, I mean, it is already. These are the last consoles. These are the last consoles, man. Think about it. The last consoles. My God. It's depressing, man. It's sad. And it's been on my head since 2019. I wanted to make this video, since I actually saw those stocks there and thought about it. It's bad. I don't know what's gonna happen, but the way it's going, it's not gonna be too okay. That's all. They gotta go back to normal gaming. That's all I can say. Because this is not gonna be good. So it all ended here. All of this started in, right? Let's not say the 70s, but let's say the 80s with the NES. All of this will end here. Yeah. Hope it's not gonna end. I'm a PC consumer, PC gamer. but I wanted to play console games, but as a secondary alternative, not, you know, some people just don't want to tinker with their computer. They just want to get home, get the controller, and, you know, just like the television, get the remote and watch something. Similarly goes to the, you know, and put the game in or whatever and play some games. No hassle. That's what the consoles are for. And this made it all unvaluable. This made it all very, very unvaluable. If you have to have a subscription, it's very bad. So yeah, it's very sad. And there are no more games in the stores. There's no place there. You don't need to go anywhere. If you want something, you gotta get it online at a whatever price they want to sell it to you, and it's not an official price. I'm gonna link this guy's video.
I am in the PlayStation. You guys too. See, you're not.
Who has more details on this problem. And yeah, this has destroyed the whole gaming industry by itself. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. And with that, I'm gonna be shutting down. If I have something more to say, I'm gonna say it in another video, but by now I just wanted to be perfectly clear about what's going on and how bad it is. It's so bad that Xbox could go away, and even PlayStation. Oh, and there was another very important thing I want to say is, why do they sell them at a supposed loss? You shouldn't sell your console at a supposed loss. Okay? By the way, for 3 years now, these consoles have been like $1,000 fucking dollars. $1,000 fucking dollars. It's a lot of dollars. Okay, this has been $1,000 until a couple of months ago, and the PS5 also $1,000 or even more. So scalping price, of course. You shouldn't be selling them at a loss. You should be selling them as a profit, and you should be letting the people sell them afterwards with their games. And not the games should be locked to a supposed account. You know, you should have an unlocking system for the people so they can go on their account, and if they want to sell their games with their consoles, they just unlock from the fucking account, delete. As you know, like if you want to save your saves, you can use a USB drive and whatever, you know, and save your saves before you delete permanently bye your access to the game or something. Because if they do not do this, the whole industry, at least in the console business, will cease to exist very fast, probably less than 5 years, and it will be very sad. I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen. I really hope it doesn't happen. I'm not for this, you know. Like I said, there are people who don't want to tinker with their computers. They just want to go home, sit on their couch, the bed, just take the controller, turn on the console and play whatever they got there. There are those people, you know. They are customers also. They are people also. But you cannot scam them like you do right now. I mean, this is very scammy and scummy. So yeah, if they can fix it, they can if they want to. If they won't, I don't know what to say. We'll be seeing what's gonna happen. But overall, it is very sad, because sometimes you just want to go to the store, buy yourself a DVD or a Blu-ray or a game, and, you know, watch it at home, keep it, rewatch it 20 times and all that. And that freedom, they have taken the freedoms away. When you take freedoms away, people don't forget about you, and people don't forgive. Anyway, just saying. With that, I'm gonna be shutting down. Have a nice day. Have a glorious year. This is 2024, January the 7th. I wanted to make this video since 2019 when I first saw this, but of course after the pandemonium I had to do other things to survive, just like everybody else, and I didn't have the time to do. Yeah, I don't know. We'll be seeing. Hope for the best, expect the worst. This is the life we're living to now. Expect the worst. This is the end of time. This is being programmed to happen. If this Xbox leak is true, this will be the end of time. This will be the time when nothing will ever matter anymore. If everything will have to be connected to the internet for just working, it beats the idea of having physical anything. So I don't know what was it all for, all the work, all the money spent, all the everything that's been going on for the last 35 years or something. Anyway, yeah, I hope this will not happen, this will never happen, and I hope they will seriously go back to the good times that was before the total collapse of humanity, this and what will come after that. And if this will ever happen, I don't know, I hope it will not, all connected to the crappy internet, so you can violate the check you all the fucking time with no hope. And by the way, destroying everything that has been created, right, to pay for the new shit, the Appleism syndrome. If this will happen, I hope it will never happen, but if it will happen, I guess I have to say thank you for Microsoft telling us the end of time is in 2028 or 29 or 30 or 31 or 32, but it definitely is probably gonna happen after 2028. Heads up on that. It was inevitable. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to comply. You know, it's just not everybody will be a kid in that generation. It's like that simple. It's not for everybody. So I just wanted to make a point when everything will not matter anymore, and a community of offliners have to be created online, you know, like a community of onliners have to create it, offliners have to create something online, so everything will still work at least in a normal way. I hope it will exist by then, because the always online crap will be only for the people who are probably stupid rich, and for the rest, no. And that's unacceptable, because no, you cannot have multiple subscriptions. You have subscription for the electricity, you have subscription for the internet, you have subscription for your phone, you're gonna have subscription for your games on one platform, then you're gonna have another platform that's gonna also want subscription, right? And then there's gonna be another subscription, and then there's gonna be another subscription, and then there's gonna be another one. And then you have to have subscription for your cable, subscription for your Netflix and other similar apps, 1, 2, 3. That's not gonna happen, okay? Unless you're stupid rich, you know, like 20k a month, you don't give a rat's ass about $20, $40 for any kind of subscription. That's not gonna happen for the real world, the real 90%. Just saying. And I just want to make it very clear for everybody to understand, that's just not gonna happen. Maybe one subscription or two, because you know, internet and cable, but yeah, the rest will have to be paid piece by piece, like, you know, usually in a normal way in a store like Blockbuster or something similar for video games, GameSpot. You go and get it, and you can play it whenever you want, wherever you want, and not when they want. That's just not okay. It's never been like this ever. So anyway, thanks for the heads up, Microsoft, for the end of time, but I hope it will not happen, because we don't have anything else, unfortunately, for PCs and consoles. But anyway, and to make it clear, I hope it never comes to that, but if it comes to that, well, we all should make ourselves our bunkers offline. The end. That's what I wanted to say. Oh, and one more thing. I'm not saying that this is the future or something, but the computer should have been the master emulator for everything. I mean, every from the VCR, you know, everything will go, it's going to the trash at one point. You can use it just like your car. You can use it until it breaks down. And then if there is no other replacement that you can buy from the store, because they like to change things so they can fuck it all up and not be compatible like the sore losers that they are, you have to have some kind of emulated stuff on something. I am basing myself that something will be on the computer, on the ultimate freedom computer, on the PC, on the mic. I hope it's gonna be on Microsoft, because if it's gonna be on Linux, that's gonna be that's gonna be. But I don't know, or something similar, or a diversion on Android or something that's not the Microsoft. But from my opinion, that ultimate base of the idea of the computer, the ultimate compatible one, is the computer, the personal computer, and it should be on something like Windows, and you can install an emulator and you can play everything that's supposedly on that console, and have all the saves and all the new futurities that I saw in emulators now, that forward, backward. Very interesting, that one. Anyway, and you can do that on a PC in a supposed future, you know, when it will be possible, and they can actually unlock it, you know, because they also, yeah, supposedly, I don't know if it's gonna happen on the PC. It might happen on something else, but from my opinion, from what I was taught to understand about PCs, they are the ultimate thing. You have a PC, there's only the only limit you got there is the limit of compute. That is raw power to compute, until they made, of course, the software problems. But those can be cracked, just like any other crack that you can crack on a crackpot. Anyway, one day they will probably. I hope, hopefully, somebody would be a good Samaritan. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe if not. Anyway, the software problems. Yeah, the software problems, they have been created. They have started from Pixel Shader 3, if you think about it, all the way back then. Well, exactly. Pixel Shader 2 and 1 was also, but the gaming was not so high. So let's say Pixel Shader 3. Since then, there are problems with the software issues, and so on and so on. That's a different topic that I have a video on. But anyway, yeah, hopefully the computers and the Microsoft will be the compatible all survivor one in the end, because everything will have to go to waste, because it's a usable thing. And if not, I don't know. There is nobody more compatible and more in the position to do that than Microsoft, if they want to do that. If they want to do the clear opposite and end up with Appleism and total failure, or something similar that goes forever, that's their problem, you know. Or, you know, the same thing could happen to other things, you know, like Nintendo or Sony, you know. Hope it doesn't happen. I'm not making this video because I want something like that to happen. I don't. So I'm for all survival, but all survival in the right way, not in an assholism way. So yeah, we'll be seeing how it's gonna be. We'll be seeing if the role of all savior will appear, and all emulator for all this crap that's been going on. To repair all this crap, you need an emulator. That's it. Nobody will believe you anymore, you know. You just, that's it. It's gone. That's it. It's gone. After you do stuff like that, don't expect for people to trust you anymore with anything, because it's one of the, it's very bad. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything more because I have many things to say. So don't expect for people to ever trust you in that way ever again, after you took on a right from them that they had since all of this started, like 35 years ago. You know, it's like other things that I'm gonna explain to you in another video. What happens when all trust goes away? Anyway, yeah. So that goes for all of them. I mean, it's not just Microsoft did it. No, they all did it. I don't know about Nintendo because I don't know about Nintendo. I only heard about the thing that they want to make you pay for saves, which is anyway. And yeah, I really hope Microsoft will prevail, will do the right thing, will make everything compatible and working totally fine like they used to. Games for Windows, and if not, if that will not happen, and in 4 years all will go to hell, and it will be the end of time or whatever, I hope somebody else will. I mean, it's not you know, if you can make it compatible, man, if it will work at least the way it worked in original form. I'm not saying upscaled, you know, or 4K from HD ready, automated by, you know, like some kind of stuff that might happen in some. I mean just the original stuff. When that will happen, things will get back to something. Until that will happen, the trust is gone. So, and they made it $1,000. My God! And now you're trying to sell them at normal price after 3 years. Yeah. No more comment. I'm gonna stop now. See you in the next video, all of you happy people out there. Oh yeah, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and donate if you want to, in the details below. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.